Republican Senator John McCAIN out of Arizona, my guest now, and welcome back here to America's Newsroom. Senator, good morning to you.
Good morning, Bill.
You are firmly against the executive action on immigration.
I think it's unconstitutional.
Given that, what can Republicans do about it, Senator?
I think there's a number of things we can do. First of all, get our border secure. It's not secure, and we can act, and we know how to do that, by the way. It's going to require some expenditure, but we have the technology and capability to do it. Second of all, change the 2008 law that allowed children to come here and basically stay. Treat children from the Central American countries the same way we do to children who come from Mexico. That it means immediate deportation. If they have a case for asylum, increase our capacity at our embassies and consulates in those countries. Third of all, make sure that none of these people who are granted this amnesty are eligible for any government-funded program. The president said that he talked about people who are not costing the taxpayers a dollar. Well, let's make sure they're not eligible for food stamp, for Medicare, for any of the other programs that are taxpayers funded. And finally, we have to indeed look at this whole situation in ways that we can defund certain aspects of this program. I'm an advocate of immigration reform, but not this way.
So you do want to go after the money, go after the funding. You would support that?
Go after the money, especially taxpayer-funded programs, especially programs that allow for people to receive, quote, legal help that come here illegally. And everybody I've talked to believes that this is going to trigger another flood of illegal immigrants into this country. I can't guarantee that, but I know that our borders are not secure, and I know these children who show up have got to be immediately flown back to the country that they came from.
You're not the only one who talks about the safety of people crossing that border. Jay Johnson is testifying right now, has said the same thing. The president has alluded to that in the past. He knows that's a possibility, Senator.
Well, let me just point out that these children that are coming up and young people that are coming up across are taken by these coyotes. They're human rights violations. Young women are being raped. Children are falling off trains. Where's the humanitarian aspect of this administration that worries about what happens to these people while they're under the custody of the most horrible people in the world, these coyotes and drug dealers? We have to have a secure border. We know how to do it, and we can do it with technology, I promise you.
Well, do you expect that to come from a new majority come January?
Yes, I do.
You do expect that to come out of the House and then the Senate?
I expect us to work on it, and I expect us to get it done, because the people of my state deserve it. They're tired of having people come across their property at night.
Would the president sign that? Would he support it?
I have no idea, but I know what the American people want, and I know what the people of Arizona want. And we can do a broad array of actions that will basically restore our border security and stop the influx of people illegally, and not spend any taxpayer dollars on any program that would benefit people who are here in this country illegally.
Congress is back at work today, open for another 9 days before a Christmas break. Do you expect a government shutdown, Senator?
I do not. I do not expect that, because I just don't think most of us believe that that's a viable option. I think we got a rifle shot at, not meat axe.
A rifle shot at what again?
We need to rifle shot these programs to keep from a government shutdown. As far as the other aspect of it, no, we shouldn't shut down the government, but at the same time, there are certain things that we just shouldn't compromise on either. So it's very tough decisions are going to be made in the next few days.
And given that, when you move to the new year, we're asking this question today online, do you expect the new Republican majority in Congress to succeed or fail?
I am absolutely convinced that our lesson from this last election, that they want us to govern, and we will govern, and we'll have a positive agenda. And if the president wants to veto the results of that positive agenda, he can. But we will be coming forward with progressive and productive legislation to send to the President of the United States. And that way we can elect a Republican president in 2016.
Final topic, Secretary of Defense. We need one, and we need a good one. You mentioned Joe Lieberman the other day. You think that guy will get the job? Senator Lieberman?
I don't think so. I pray that he would, because he'd be wonderful. But this president only wants yes men, and all the decisions now are being made within a tight circle in the White House, none of whom have any idea about national security, by the way. And so they would not select him because they don't want any independence. And by the way, if I were Joe, I'd be wondering how much influence I would have, because his predecessors, his three predecessors, have complained bitterly about the micromanagement of defense from a tight circle around the president in the White House, and that's disgraceful.
3 and 6 years now. Finally, Ashton Carter's been rumored and reported in some circles that he's the guy. Would you support him?
I think he's a very good man. I think he's been very good on defense acquisition and some other programs. I just hope that he realizes that if he takes the job, he will not have influence, just as his three predecessors didn't, on national security policy. As long as he understands that, then so be it.
Why not you?
It'll be a cold day in Gila Bend, Arizona, my friend.
I'll see you in Arizona. Thank you, Senator John McCain from Capitol Hill.
Thank you.
Nice to have you back.